Can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love.
Good morning, everybody. It is another On the Road Again with Shaggy episode. It's been a while because I have been sick and I haven't really had the strength to talk. Remember last time I was chewing on a cough drop, I think, while I was doing the show. Shouldn't have to do that this time, but my voice is still a little raspy. Topic came up in the news that I want to cover. Dave Chappelle released a couple of specials on Netflix. Actually, he got a 3 special deal. 2 of them have been released, and the other one he hasn't filmed yet. One of the specials was actually a 2015 recording, and the other one was a 2016 recording. And then the third one will be a new one that he's going to record shortly. And like I said, they were just released, and they've come under some fire because in it, well, he's being Dave Chappelle. He is a equal opportunity comedian. I mean, he takes fun of everybody. And in it, he is, well, people are accusing him, because of the content of the shows, of being homophobic and against transgender and, you name it, and they're pretty much saying that he is against it. And it kind of brought up a question, because one of his jokes is he said that he knows brothers in the hood who are putting on dresses and high heels so that they are, left alone by the police. Because for some reason, the police are less likely to harass a transgender than they are a black person. Now, he says it in a much funnier way, and I kind of curb some of the language just because as a white male I'm not allowed to say some of those words. But it brings up a lot of emotions for different people. And some people took a lot of offense to it. Some people took no offense to it, saying, hey, he's a comedian. When you go and you see a comedian show or you're listening to a comedian album, you need to take off the hat of realism and just step into their mind and realize that you're seeing the world through their eyes and not through your own. And normally on the show we do tend to make fun of everyone. Now, we may set certain topics as taboo that we don't talk about, but in general, we do make fun of everyone, and I like to think that we're equal opportunists as well, and that we will make fun of straights, gays, bisexuals, transgenders, whatever. If you're out there being stupid, we're going to make fun of you for it. We won't make fun of your lifestyle just because it's your lifestyle, though. And we're not going to put you down because at the end, it's your life. You're allowed to lead it. But, so by that nature, I'm one that traditionally will side with the comic and say, listen, he's telling you his point of view. He's bringing humor to this subject. He's not trying to personally vilify or victimize any one person. All right? I don't think that I don't think Dave Chappelle is homophobic. I really don't. Nor do I think he's against transgender rights or any of the other stuff. I think he was making a joke. I think he was being funny. It brings up the question of, can there ever be comedy that is not offensive? And by that I mean, can there ever be comedy where it's not offensive to anyone? And I've read a lot and heard a lot from different people, and in my mind, I don't think that you can ever have comedy, funny comedy, mind you, okay, that is not offensive to someone or something. I think it's impossible, because comedy, by its nature, makes fun of something or someone, be it a profession, a stereotype, a person, something, all right? I think that's needed. I think you need something to bounce off of in order for comedy to be funny. You know, you can make a joke about the left or the right without making a personal attack on someone, but it's still going to be offensive to someone personally on the left or the right because they're going to take it personally. So I think that it needs to be offensive. The question is, how offensive is it? And what is the target? If the target is broad, then I think you're fine. I don't think that you're being offensive. All right? I don't think that by the letter of the definition you're being offensive, because offensive has to be to someone personally in my mind. All right? But I think that comedy has to strike a chord somewhere. It's just like theater. All right? Theater, actors, in order to be good at their craft, they need to strike an emotional chord with you. They need to make a connection. All right? In the case of an actor, they need to pull at your heartstrings. They need to make you cry when they experience something bad. All right? You need to be emotionally invested in them. Well, the same thing's with a comedian. You need to be involved in their story. You need to be part of their tale. You need to be with them in the doctor's office, bent over the table, when the doctor says this may hurt a little. All right? If you're not there with them in that scenario, they're not doing their job. They're not putting you, the audience member, in their life so that then you can laugh along with them. It's very important for storytelling for them to be a good storyteller, to get you involved, to get you invested. So, you know, that's the thing is, what do you guys think? Does it have to be offensive? Do you have to be in their mindset? A little bit. Now that doesn't mean that as soon as you leave the theater, you have to say, you know, being homosexual is wrong, and they convinced me, blah blah, or hey, I'm gonna go out and beat up a transgender or whatever. It doesn't mean that. It means that you laughed at a joke. All right, and I think we should all be big enough to laugh at jokes about ourselves. That's part of the problem with today's world is we don't laugh at ourselves. All right. If you can't laugh at yourself when you're being dumb, then I have almost no respect for you. All right? You have to be able to recognize when you're being stupid. And you have to be able to laugh at that. You just have to. Because if you don't, then you never realize you're being dumb. You never grow from it, you know? And you're just a super serious person, and I have no room for you in my life, at least. And that's my feeling about it. You know, I make mistakes all the time, and I beat myself up about it, and I laugh at myself a lot, and I don't care if other people laugh at me when I make those mistakes, because you know. That's how we grow. That's how we evolve, is making mistakes. There's a quote out there that says, the person that makes no mistakes never learns. And I kind of agree with that. I mean, the only way you learn is by making a mistake. I mean, come on, that's simple. If you really think about it, that's true. So you have to be able to laugh at yourself. You have to be able to, I think you should be free to laugh at others. But there's a difference between laughing in jest and laughing in hurtful, spiteful feelings. And I don't think that Dave Chappelle was wanting people to laugh in hurtful, spiteful feelings. I think he was wanting people to laugh in humor and in good conscience and, you know, along with the joke. Laughing with people, not laughing at people. And there's a huge difference in that. So, I think that's important to know the difference and to recognize it, and to know that comedians are out there to help us make fun of the world and to make us realize that, you know, without a little laughter, it's very boring, it's very sterile in this world. So, laugh a little at others, laugh a little at yourself, and you're going to be a lot happier. So anyway, I'm pulling in, and I'll see you on the next trip.
On the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making